Have you ever wondered what could cause a city to erupt into chaos? We're traveling back to the year 532 AD, to the heart of the Byzantine Empire, where the ancient city of Constantinople is about to be engulfed in one of the most extraordinary and deadly riots in history, the Nika Riots. In this era, chariot racing wasn't just a game, it was an obsession. The Hippodrome of Constantinople, a grand arena that could seat tens of thousands, was the epicenter of this fervor. The races weren't merely about sport. They were a display of deep political and social divisions, splitting the city between the blues and the greens. The tension reached a boiling point when several members from both factions were arrested and sentenced to death for previous riots and murders, but fate intervened. Two men, one from each faction, survived the executioner's hand and sought refuge in a church. This sparked an uproar among the city's population, already on edge due to recent heavy taxation and political corruption. They saw this as a moment to unite against Emperor Justinian. On January 13th, 532 AD, during a chariot race in the Hippodrome, the crowd began chanting Nika, meaning conquer or win. This chant turned into a unified demand for the overthrow of Justinian, whom they saw as a tyrant. The Nika riots had begun. In the days that followed, the city was engulfed in a whirlwind of chaos and destruction. Buildings were set ablaze, officials were attacked, and half of Constantinople found itself reduced to ashes. The rioters were not without direction, though. They declared a new emperor, Hypatius, a nephew of a former emperor. Yet he was more a pawn than a leader, a symbol of defiance against Justinian's rule. While the city burned, Justinian remained hunkered down in his palace, contemplating escape, but then a voice of reason emerged from within the palace walls. Empress Theodora, his wife, delivered a speech that would change the course of history. Empress Theodora declared she would rather die as an empress than live in exile. Her resolve stiffened Justinian's spine. He decided to fight back. In the face of chaos, Justinian, inspired by his wife's courage, contrived a daring plan. He would utilize the faction's unwavering loyalty to their racing teams to his advantage. His trusty generals, Belisarius and Mundus, along with a battalion of soldiers, were sent into the Hippodrome, disguised as mere spectators. The arena that had once been the epicenter of entertainment was about to become a battleground. As the unsuspecting crowd cheered and jeered, the trap was sprung. On Justinian's signal, the gates of the Hippodrome were locked. The soldiers, hidden amongst the crowd, turned on the rioters. The Hippodrome, once filled with the roars of excitement, was now filled with screams of terror. What followed was a massacre. Estimates of the dead range from 30,000 to 35,000. The Nika riots were quelled, but at a great cost. The city was devastated, and Justinian's rule was forever changed. In the aftermath of the riots, the once vibrant city of Constantinople laid in ruins. Half of it had been reduced to ashes, and an estimated 30 to 35,000 people had lost their lives in the massacre at the Hippodrome. The echoes of the people's chant Nika were replaced by the deafening silence of a city in mourning. Yet out of these ashes, a determined Emperor Justinian began to rebuild. With a vision of restoring Constantinople to its former glory, he set about reconstructing the city. The project was ambitious and costly, but Justinian was resolute. He sought to create a city that would stand as a testament to the might and resilience of the Byzantine Empire. The crowning jewel of this massive reconstruction was the Hagia Sophia. This architectural marvel was not merely a building, it was a symbol of the empire's rebirth from the ashes of the Nika riots. Its grand dome, reaching towards the heavens, and intricate mosaics spoke volumes of the empire's artistic prowess and technological innovation. But the Nika riots left more than just physical scars on the city and its people. It reshaped the political landscape of the Byzantine Empire. The riots underscored the immense power of the populace and the potential for social unrest to shake the very foundations of an empire. The people had spoken, and though their rebellion was crushed, their voices had been heard. The riots served as a stark reminder to Justinian and his successors of the lengths to which rulers must go to maintain their grip on power. Justinian's rule, and indeed the entire Byzantine Empire, were forever marked by the Nika riots. The events of those 5 days in 532 AD served as a turning point. paving the way for a transformation in the empire. It was a bitter lesson in the power of the people and the delicate balance between ruling and serving. The Nika riots, though a tragic event, paved the way for a transformation in the empire, highlighting the power of the populace and the lengths to which rulers will go to maintain their grip on power.